students, my name is Sanchit Ashish, your math educator, and today we are going to look at some questions from the topic data analysis through graphs and tables. So we are going to look at some graphs and tables, we are going to analyze them, and we are going to do some data analysis on them. So let's move ahead with the first question. The average of the following data is. Now, what is average? Average is defined as the sum of observations upon the number of observations, right? Okay. Now, in this case, there are variables and frequencies. Now, variable means what is the number? Okay. What is the variable in that case? And frequency means how many times that variable was in the data set. अगर यहाँ पर वेरिएबल 25 है और फ्रीक्वेंसी 4 है, मतलब 25 4 टाइम्स था डेटा में, 30 8 टाइम्स था, 35 9 टाइम्स था, 40 4 टाइम्स था, 45 7 times, 50 8 times, and 55 10 times. Now to find the average, we simply multiply these two. So 25 into 4 becomes 100, 30 into 8 becomes 240, 35 into 9 will come to this, 40 into 4 is 60, 160 sorry, we'll come to 45 into 7, 8 into 50 is 8 5s are 40, so 400, and 55 into 10 is 550. Now, let's solve 35 into 9. We can multiply them on the side. 9 5s are 45. 9 3s are 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. This is equal to 315. And 45 into 7 is equal to, let's multiply this as well. 7 5s are 35. 7 4s are 28. 315 is the answer to this as well. Okay. So 9 5s are 45, 9 are 27 plus 4, and 7 5s are 35, 7 4s are 28 plus 3. Okay. Now what we do is we simply add all these together. First, let's erase this. And let's add all these together. So we get 5 and 5, 10. 1 plus 4, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 6, 12, plus 1, 13, plus 8, 5, 18. 1 plus 1, 2, plus 4, plus 3, 7, plus 1, 8, plus 3, 11, plus 4, 18, 11 plus 4, 15, plus 5, 20. So 2080 is the sum. We divide this sum. Let's add 2080 in a separate place. We divide this by the sum of frequencies. Now, what is the sum of frequencies here? It's the sum of this row, frequency row. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 9 is 21. 21 plus 4 is 25. 25 plus 7 is 32. 32 plus 8 is 40. And 40 plus 10 is 50. So we'll divide this by 50. 0 say we can cut 0. 208 divided by 5. 5 4s are 20. We'll get 8 down. We'll add 1. 5 1s are 5. We'll subtract this. We'll get 3. We'll add a point. We'll add a 0. 5 6s are 50. We get this as our answer. And 41.6 is the answer. So we basically multiply these two and then we divide it by the sum of frequencies. Right. I hope this was clear. Now let's move on to the next question. The median of the following data is. Now median is the central value of the data. So if there are suppose 5 observations, the median will be center value, which is n plus 1 by 2. In the case there are odd observations. In the case there are even observations, for example 6, we take the average of the middle two values. So we'll add them and divide them by 2. So here the median will be n by 2 plus n plus 2 by 2 by 2, because this is the average. Now, find the median, we have to find something known as the cumulative frequency. Now, what is cumulative frequency? I'll tell you. See, basically cumulative frequency is how many variables are there of 25? 4. How many variables of there of 30 and less? This will be 8 plus 4, 12. So we'll basically just keep adding numbers. 12 plus 9, 21. 21 plus 4, 25. 25 plus 7, 32. 32 plus 8, 40, and 40 plus 10, 50. This is cumulative frequency. Basically, take the top number and add it with the next number, and this will give us the number in the side. Right? Now, we have to see the number is 50. 50 is an even number. Now, if 50 is an even number, there will be two values जिनका हमें average निकालना होगा. Those values will be 50 by 2 and 50 plus 2 by 2. These are terms. So there will be 25th term and 26th term. Right? Now, what is the 25th term? From here, we can say that the 25th term is 40. And what is the 26th term? Now, 26 is not here. But अगर 25 तक 40 था और उसके बाद अगले 7 term 45 हैं, so can we say that the 26th term is 45? Yes, we can say that. 25th term is 45. Now we simply have to find the average, which will come out to be, let's write it here, 85 by 2, and we divide this, we get 42.5 as our answer. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. The mode of the following data is, now the mode is the value of the variable which has been repeated multiple times, which has been repeated the maximum number of times. Now here, 25 has been repeated 4 times, 38, 35, 9. Which value has been repeated the most number of times? It's 55, because it has been repeated 10 times. So it's the value with the highest frequency. The answer is 55, which is very direct. No calculation needed in this part. All right, let's move on to the next question. Now, here there is a bar graph. What does a bar graph do? It will give you some values in the x-axis. This is the x-axis, and some values in the y-axis. Now, these raised bars show you the value of this. So these are items of, let's say, A1 for 2016 is the blue bar. The sale was 80. For 2017, it was between 80 and 100. It's almost halfway through, so we can say it's 90, and so on for all the others. Now, let's say what the question is asking us to do. The total sales of outlet 1, 2, and A5 for both the years. So we have to find the total sales of A1, A2, and A5. So let's write down the values. A1 for 2016 is 80. For 2017, it's 90. A2 for 2016 is between 60 and 80. And it's almost halfway through, so we'll write it 70. For 2017, it's 60. And A5 2016 is 60. And for 2017, it's 80. Now we have to do nothing. We have to just add these numbers together. Let's add them verbally. 80 plus 90 is 170. 170 plus 70 is 240. 240 plus 60 is 300. 300 plus 60 is 360. 360 plus 80 is 440, and 440 is our answer. All right, let's move on to the next question. The average sale of all the branches in 2016 is. So we have to first find the values of 2016. Then we have to find the average. First, let's find the values of 2016. For A1, it's 80. For A2, it's 70. We just found out that. For A3, it's between 80 and 100, and it's halfway through, so we write it as 90. For A4, it's between 100 and 120, halfway through, so we'll write it as 110. For A5, it's 60. For A6, it's between 40 and 60, so it must be 50 because it's almost halfway through. For A7, it's a direct 100, and for A8, it's 40. Let's again add them verbally. Right? 80 plus 70 is 150. Plus 90 is 240. Plus 110 is 350. Plus 60 is 410. Plus 50 is 460. Plus 100 is 560. Plus 40 is 600. This is the total sum of sale in 2016. We have to find the average. अब average क्या होता है? अगर 8 shops ने मिला के इतना किया है, so number of observations कितनी है? 8 है. We'll simply divide this by 8. Let's cut them by 2. 300. We can again cut them by 2. 2, 150. We can again cut them by 2. 75. Therefore, 75 is the answer. Okay. It was a simple question. We just added all the values together. and we divided it by the denominator. अब denominator figure out करने के लिए हमने देखा total कितनी shops है. There were 8 shops, so we divided it by 8 and we got our answer. All right, let's move on to the next question. The ratio of total sales of outlet A3 to outlet A4. Total sales की बात हो रही है. Total sales की बात हो रही है, तो we can assume that it is talking for both the years, right? Now, if it's talking for both the years, what we can do is we can find the total sale for A3. A3 ka in 2016, what is the sale? It's 80, between 80 and 100, right? So between 80 and 100, it's halfway through, so we can call it 90. For 2017, A3 is 120. Now for A4, in 2016, it's between 100 and 120. It's halfway through, so we'll call it 110. And 100 for 2017, it's between 60 and 80. It's halfway through again, so we can call it 70. Now we have to divide total A3 by total A4. What is A3 total? It's 120 plus 90, so 210. What is A4 total? It's 110 plus 70, 180. We got 0 from 0. We can see that the common number here is 3. 3 6 are 18 and 3 7s are 21. So the ratio is 7:6, which is the option C in this case. Therefore, C is the answer. All right. So what did we do here? We just added them together. We divided them. We removed the common factors, and that's how we got the answer 7:6. Right. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so this is a line graph. A line graph is usually used to represent time series data. जहां पर x axis में टाइम होता है और हम देखते हैं अक्रॉस टाइम के चलने के साथ डेटा कैसे मूव किया, जो भी हमने वेरिएबल मेजर कर रहे हैं वो कैसे मूव किया. आपने कई बार एक ग्राफ देखा होगा कि CO2 लेवल्स आर राइजिंग, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग इज राइजिंग. वो एक टाइम सीरीज ग्राफ बनाते हैं जिसमें एक्स एक्सिस पे होते हैं ईयर्स, यहाँ पर होता है CO2 emission in the y axis and you can see it's going up. That's a line graph. All right, let's see what this is talking about. This is talking about actual temperature prediction, actual temperature and prediction of temperature. So कुछ लोगों ने, meteorologist ने prediction दिया कि टेम्परेचर आज ये होगा और उस दिन एक्चुअल क्या हुआ ये है. And in the x-axis there are days and in the y-axis there is temperature, right? Now let's look at the question. The question is saying how many days the actual temperature is higher or same as the prediction. How many days the actual temperature is higher or same as the prediction. मतलब हमें ये देखना है कि कौन कौन से दिन ब्लू लाइन ऑरेंज लाइन के ऊपर है. तो वी कैन सी डे नंबर 1 पे है, यहाँ टिक कर देते हैं. 2 पे सेम है, सेम भी चलेगा, हायर और सेम, यहाँ पे टिक कर देते हैं. 3 पे भी ब्लू लाइन ऊपर है, ओके. 4 पे भी ब्लू लाइन ऊपर है, ओके. 5 पे एंड 6 पे ब्लू लाइन सेम है, ओके. 7 पे भी ब्लू लाइन ऊपर है, ओके. 8 में ब्लू लाइन नीचे है तो ये नहीं चलेगा. 9 में भी ब्लू लाइन ऊपर है, ओके. एंड 10 में ब्लू लाइन सेम. सो नाउ वी हैव टू जस्ट काउंट द नंबर ऑफ टिक्स. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Therefore 9 is the answer. और you can see that 1 में नहीं है तो हम 10 minus 1 करेंगे, that is also equal to 9 because डेटा हमारे पास सिर्फ 10 days का है. All right. So this was a simple question. आपको ग्राफ देख के आ जाना चाहिए अगर आपको ग्राफ पढ़ना आता है. अगेन हम पढ़ेंगे कैसे, डेज ऑन द एक्स एक्सिस एंड टेम्परेचर ऑन द वाई एक्सिस. All good. Now let's move on to the next question. On which day the prediction is showing maximum deviation from the actual. Now what is deviation? Deviation is difference. किस दिन the difference was सबसे ज्यादा, किस दिन जो डिफरेंस था बिटवीन प्रेडिक्शन एंड एक्चुअल वो सबसे ज्यादा. तो हम डिफरेंसेस लिख लेते हैं. अभी यहाँ पर डिफरेंस वाज 2, यहाँ पर 0, जहां जहां सेम है वहां हम 0 लिख लेते हैं पहले. चलिए, यहाँ पर डिफरेंस वाज अगेन 2, यहाँ पर डिफरेंस वाज हियर द वैल्यू इज 32, हियर द वैल्यू इज 38, so it's 6. Here the difference was again 2, here the difference was again 2, and here the difference was from 24 to 34, which is 10. So 10 degrees का डिफरेंस था इस दिन. सो यहाँ पर हम क्या कहेंगे कि ये जो 0 वाले दिन थे यहाँ पर प्रेडिक्शन ठीक थी. जहाँ डेज 3 और 3 हो गया एंड 7 हो गया, यहाँ पर भी प्रेडिक्शन थोड़ी सी ऑफ थी, ठीक थी. बट ऑन डे 9 इट वाज एक्सट्रीमली ऑफ, बहुत ज्यादा गलत प्रेडिक्शन कर दी मीटरोलॉजिस्ट ने, राइट. सो इस वजह से डे 9 द डिविएशन वाज मैक्सिमम फ्रॉम द एक्चुअल. तो जो एक्चुअल वैल्यू थी वहां से हमारा डेविएशन है वो सबसे ज्यादा है. Okay, on day 9, which is coming out to be 10. All right, let's move on to the next question. What is the percentage change in actual temperature from day 4 to day 5? Now let's understand what is percentage change. परसेंटेज चेंज क्या होता है, हमारे पास एक ओल्ड वैल्यू होती है, हमारे पास एक न्यू वैल्यू होती है, हमें फाइंड करना होता है व्हाट इज द परसेंटेज चेंज ओल्ड से न्यू में. तो द फॉर्मूला इज न्यू माइनस ओल्ड अपॉन ओल्ड इनटू 100. अब लॉजिक सोचिए कि हम देखेंगे न्यू से ओल्ड कितना चेंज हुआ अपॉन ओल्ड कितने से चेंज हुआ इनटू 100, बिकॉज हम परसेंटेज की बात कर रहे हैं. नाउ हियर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट डे व्हाट वाज परसेंट एक्चुअल टेम्परेचर फ्रॉम डे 4 to 5. एक्चुअल टेम्परेचर की बात कर रहे हैं फ्रॉम डे 4 to 5, मतलब ब्लू लाइन. अब ब्लू लाइन की 4th डे पे क्या वैल्यू थी, इट वाज 38, एंड 5th डे पे इट वाज वैल्यू वाज 30. So we'll just apply this from the formula. This will give us 30 minus 38 upon 30 into 100. This will be minus 8 upon 30 into 100, or minus 800 by 30 percentage. Right? Here the values of, here the percentage signs are not given, just add percentage signs. So the option, correct option is 800 by 30 percentage, minus 800 by 30 percentage. Why minus? Because the temperature got reduced. Okay, अब यहीं पर अगर टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज किया होता तो ये परसेंटेज चेंज पॉजिटिव आता. राइट, तो हमने क्या किया, हमने लिया ओल्ड और न्यू. हमने क्या किया, न्यू माइनस ओल्ड अपॉन ओल्ड. सी हियर आई डिड अ मिस्टेक. यहाँ पर इंस्टेड ऑफ 30 व्हाट शुड बी द वैल्यू हियर, यहाँ पर ओल्ड वैल्यू आएगी. So let's erase this and let's rectify our mistake. See, ऐसे मिस्टेक मुझसे हो गई तो आपसे भी हो सकती है. So always keep in mind the below value is old value, which is 38, right? So it is 30 minus 38 upon the old value, which is 38 into 100. यहाँ पर माइनस क्या आया, 8 upon 38 into 100 minus 800 by 38. Therefore option A is correct. Now इससे आपने क्या सीखा, मैंने तो एक गलती की, बट आपने क्या देखा, यहाँ पर गलत ऑप्शन भी गिवन था जो हम पहले टेक कर चुके थे. राइट, so it's always important to just take a quick glance at your answer. Okay, all right, now हमने ये सही कर लिया, तो let's see how did we do it. old and new होते हैं, हम क्या करते हैं, new minus old upon old into 100. So we get minus 8 by 38 into 100 minus 800 by 38 percentage. राइट, अब आप इसको फर्दर सिंप्लीफाई कर सकते हैं, बट ऑप्शंस में minus 800 by 38 percentage given है. We'll stop here. All right, now let's move on to the next question. This graph shows the total number of students participating in different sports. The total number of students is, okay, ग्राफ समझते हैं. यहाँ पर 4 स्पोर्ट्स गिवन है एंड यहाँ पर कुछ स्टूडेंट्स इनमें पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं जो हम वैल्यूज इनके निकाल सकते हैं. Now he is asking, the question is asking that what is the total number of students. Now this question is galat. Why? Because first of all we are not given that there are only 4 sports. हमने डिफरेंट लिखा है, तो यहाँ पर हॉकी भी हो सकता है, स्विमिंग है, बास्केटबॉल भी हो सकता है, टेबल टेनिस भी हो सकता है. राइट, वी डोंट नो दैट. फिर वी डोंट नो दैट इफ वन स्टूडेंट कैन पार्टिसिपेट इन मल्टीपल स्पोर्ट्स और नॉट. क्या पता कोई स्टूडेंट ऐसा हो जो फुटबॉल क्रिकेट दोनों खेलता हो, क्या पता कोई स्टूडेंट ऐसा हो जो कुछ भी नहीं खेलता हो. बट दीज स्टूडेंट्स count in the number of students in the class, right? So therefore in this question we'll assume that यही data है, one student can participate in one sport only and everyone is participating in at least one sport and there are only 4 sports. So let's find the values. The value of swimming is completely, like, we can just see it's 80. The value of cricket is between 120 and 140, so it's halfway through, so we can write it as 130. Football again halfway through between 80 and 100, so we can write it as 90. And tennis, it's 100. So we'll just add these numbers together. 80, 130 gives you 210, plus 90 gives you 300, plus 100 gives you 400, which is the right answer in this case. Right? So 400 is the right answer. 400 is the total number of students. Okay, let's move ahead. If we draw a pie chart using the same data, then the angles of each category is. Okay, let's solve this question. Now, how do we draw a pie chart? Pie chart is a circular chart. और इसमें ना एंगल्स बताते हैं कि आपका टोटल में से कितना पार्ट है. Just like a pizza. The more of an angle you have, the more you present the part of a whole. ठीक है, जितना आपका ज्यादा एंगल है आप पार्ट ऑफ अ होल का उतना ज्यादा परसेंटेज रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. अब हम कैसे निकालते हैं? पहले हम इनकी अपनी वैल्यूज लिखते हैं. 80, 130, 90 and 100. Now, what we do is to find the angle of swimming, we'll write that number divided by total into 360 because a circle has 360 degrees. ये हमें आंसर्स दे देगा in degrees. So now we can cut some numbers from here. 8 5s are 40 and 5 1s are 5, 5 7s are 35 and 5 2s are 10. So the answer is 72 for the first one. So we'll write here. We can write just 72 degrees here. So on the basis of this, we can already see the answer is option A. But still, we'll solve the rest as well. Let's erase this and let's solve the rest. The next is 130 upon 400 into 360. 0 से 0 कट हो सकता है. And 4 9s are 36, 4 10s are 40. So we can also cut another 0. Now it's 13 into 9. We know that 13 into 9 is 170 degrees. So this is 117 degrees. Let's erase this as well. Let's solve for football. It's 90 upon 400, the total, into 360. Right? We can again cut everything. 4 9s are 36. This will give you 81 as the answer. 81 degrees. Now, let's solve for the last one. Last one is saying 100 divided by 400 into 360. You can cut 0 from 0 and this will give you 90 as the answer. So option A is the correct one. So what did we do? The part of that sport divided by total into 360 will give us the angle of the pie chart. All good. Let's move on to the next question. Now, what fraction of students are choosing cricket and tennis over the others? Okay. So first we have to find out how many students are choosing what. How many students are choosing what? Right? So again, let's write the numbers. 80, 130. So अगर आपको क्वेश्चन में मिलेगा तो आप एक ही बार लिख के रख लीजिएगा because ये स्लाइड चेंज हो रही है. We're writing it multiple times. Otherwise आप एक बार लिख के रख लेंगे. That also won't make a difference. That will be easier actually क्योंकि आपको बार बार नहीं लिखना पड़ेगा. Right? अब हमें देखना है कि क्रिकेट और टेनिस कौन कौन चूज कर रहे हैं. क्रिकेट और टेनिस चूज कर रहे हैं. टोटल कितने? 230 students. 30 students. Over the other sport. Now, what are the other sports here? The other sports are क्या है? Other sports में हमारे पास दो ही ऑप्शन है, स्विमिंग और फुटबॉल. स्विमिंग और फुटबॉल कितने बच्चे चूज कर रहे हैं? A total of 170 students. Right? So the fraction comes out to be 23 by 17, which is option A. We can also say that for every 17 students who are choosing swimming and football, there are 23 students who are choosing cricket and tennis. मतलब हर 17 स्टूडेंट जो स्विमिंग या फुटबॉल ले रहे हैं उनकी जगह पे 23 स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे हैं जो क्रिकेट या टेनिस ले रहे हैं. राइट? सो ये हमें कंपैरिजन दे देता है. ऑल राइट. सो आई होप दिस इज क्लियर एज वेल. Okay, students, that was it for this session. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep practicing and I'll see you in the next session with more interesting tricks, more interesting topics and more important questions. Thank you. Bye-bye.